Hi guys, and welcome to another video with me, Shira Star Hobby. I apologize for the lack of videos lately. I'm just not feeling it, I guess. And there's nothing really for me to film as far as unboxings or stuff that I've ordered. Everything that I am waiting on is still because I'm still paying on them. So I've got several layaways in the works, and as far as like clothing, I haven't really ordered any clothing since I really want to start making my own clothes. Like you can see, Trifari is wearing this stuff that I made. And so I felt inspired to make Oriana a different outfit because I only have a couple outfits that seem appropriate for her druidessness and her magicalness, and I don't want to put her in modern clothing because to me that just doesn't feel right. So today and part of yesterday I made her, I just took some scraps of lace and this sheer fabric here, and I just kind of made her what she's wearing, and I added some like jewelry and some beading, and basically it's not anything special because like I said, it's just a bunch of scraps put together, but it works. And I spent maybe a good 20-30 minutes outside with her this morning in the beautiful morning sunlight that we had, and I got some amazing photographs of her, which I will share here. I also went ahead and did some braiding and some twisting in her hair, and I put some decorations in there. I have been wanting to, like I said, get her some other kinds of outfits that are magical, but like I can't really find anything. The outfit that I had on her was a commission from a friend, for my Patusas actually, but I like it better on her. So I'm thinking of the black star outfit. I don't know if you guys remember. If you scroll back through my Instagram feed, you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, like I am just really pleased with like the simplicity of this outfit and the fact that you know, I can pretty much do whatever I want with it. Like I could bring this part up and like, you know, drape it across her and voila, you know, it's like a whole new look. So I have been playing with her this morning. And then of course, for a lot of my incoming dolls, they are young. They are children, but they're not like, they're a part of Trifari's story. So they're magical, and they live in Eden's sphere, but they were there before him because of, you know, their magical nature. And so even though they're kids, they are kind of like wise beyond their years. So yes, they're very childlike and they're very, you know, mischievous and silly and fun, but at the same time, you know, they're also, you know, very wise children, I guess. So those will be introduced when they're here because they're kind of like all being paid off around the same time, and so they'll all be arriving around the same time. So I haven't decided whether or not I want to do like an individual unboxing for each doll, or if I want to do like a group unboxing because they're all by the same artist. So that is Oriana and her new fabulousness. If you guys have seen my Instagram photos, you'll know that I restyled Trifari's hair. If you remember, I had it parted here, and I had it like half down and half this way, and I had it like low, like two braids like low here. I took that apart because I had it sewn with like string and all the beads and things, and so I cut all that out, and then I decided to give him a man bun, which I am loving on him. I think it suits him perfectly. I had to reposition his feather because I had it a little bit down here lower. So I put that in, and I added this beading here. And I ended up cutting off his shawl thing because I had actually sewn it onto him. And I really wanted to photograph him without it. And I can just slide it right back over his head. But I love this look on him. I don't know what it is. He looks more mature, I guess. And you can see both his horns, which I love that. And he's just gorgeous. I can't even. I did remake his bag. I added the gold chain as the strap as opposed to what I had on there before, which I like that a lot better. I love the gold accents on him. I think they suit him perfectly for the royalty that he is. And so that's pretty much all that's changed on Trifari. If you guys don't already know, we have chickens and 3 dogs, and so we always have to go to Tractor Supply to get feed for the chickens and to get dog food, because that's kind of like a, hit 2 birds with 1 stone type thing. And I was just walking in, and of course they already have Christmas ornaments out, which I'm like, really, people? But these are Christmas ornaments. They had the mom, they had the doe, and they had the father, which is the buck. But I wanted the fawns because he's a fawn. So I got those, and I just cut off the little hook and the string, and now I can photograph them with Trifari outside. I haven't done it yet, but I'm excited to have those. And then of course when I have my treehouse diorama, then they can be placed sporadically in there as well. And that's basically all that's going on. Here's my cute little baby mossling. And here's my other mossling who I changed him to an angry face because he's very disappointed that I haven't been giving him more attention. But this little bench I bought from a lady in one of my doll groups for all of my incoming magical children. She was going through her stash, and she had several clothing items for a particular size doll, and then she had some furniture, which was this, and something else which I'll show you in a minute. And so I grabbed some of the clothing and I grabbed the furniture because I have been wanting to start collecting this type of furniture again, because in the treehouse, I want to be able to have, furniture in it on all the different levels. So let's move on to what I've been working on today. So hold on one second. So as you can see here, I also got this cute little, I don't know what to call it, because it's like a buffet, but it doesn't have the shelf in here. But this is an actual working drawer, and I stuck all of my books in there for now so that I'm not losing them when I keep moving things around. This was also a Christmas ornament from Tractor Supply, and I loved it because I want things in my treehouse to be like, sometimes I want them to seem like they're bigger than the doll. Not that I have a doll this small coming, but the fact that I have a small doll that, this is bigger than her head, you know what I mean? So I kind of want like that Alice in Wonderland feel where it's like they've collected things from the human realm, and so when they're brought over to Eden Sphere, they might be larger in size than they actually are. Just kind of magical, whimsical things like that. And so I went to the dollar store and picked up a bunch of crafting supplies, which I was like, jackpot. So I found these jars, these tall jars, and they're real glass with the twistable lids, and along with the smaller sized ones. So today I went through, and I was outside, so I actually collected some moss and we have, our trees are covered in this like hard crunchy moss, and then I collected some super cute tiny acorns, and I put those in there. And then I wrapped the tops with fabric and wire, which I painted gold, but I didn't glue them on permanently, so I can still untwist the cap and, you know, change things out in there. When I found these, I was like ecstatic, because if you go to Hobby Lobby, these, which they're not even this big, they have smaller ones, are ridiculously expensive. So I was like, sweet. And then I got these at the dollar store, which I'm like, you know, even though I don't love, I mean, I can use the seashells in something else, but I like the size of them, and I like that they have the cork in there. So I was glad I found those. And then I got just cute other stuff like pine cones and things that I can use in dioramas. I got this bag of stone, which I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to make such a pretty walkway in a diorama. And then I got these other types of stones. So I was like super pumped when I found all this stuff. And then of course I like to get, not confetti, potpourri. And I can use all this stuff separately. And then of course, then the diorama smells super good. So I went to town, at the dollar store. I spent like $50 and I got tons of stuff to craft with. So I'm like super excited, to make this tree house and add all of these fun things to it. So speaking of the tree house, let's see where I'm at with that. So here's my tree house. It hasn't changed a whole lot except for the fact that I added a second floor, which this was kind of random. I was playing around with the idea of adding a second floor, or like a, you know, like a separate room on an extended branch, which here's the beginning of the branch. But I was just kind of playing around with it, and then it just kind of worked, and so I just went with it. I haven't ordered some more clay yet. It's in my Amazon cart. I just haven't pushed checkout, but I will soon, so I can, you know, add to the branches and strengthen, and because I like that it, you know, that it air dries, and so it'll just kind of bond everything together. But I've been making the stones here, and then I'm gonna do a stone floor on this one, but you can see the stones are a lot smaller. And I'm kind of like trying to figure out how to do walls on this part. I thought about taking like a dollhouse wall from an actual dollhouse kit, but I think it's too tall for what I want. But I like that it's got the windows like cut out of it already. So I'm not sure if I'll do that. I would like to make it rounded somehow, to make it look more spacious, because if everything is like square and square, it doesn't really look like it's a tree house, you know. So I am planning on making another level, either coming off of this and going back that way, which, I mean, I don't really have that room here, or like adding onto this wall and then making one over here. So that is the tree house. I am super pumped about it. I've been working on it all day, mostly trying to stabilize this piece here, because this is what's holding up the floor, and without that the floor kept falling, and so I've had to wait and wait and wait for the glue to dry in here, and I have to keep layering it, so that it's nice and strong. That's mostly what I've been doing, besides, you know, working on the cute little jars filled with stuff. Another project that I decided to try was, I have this old tank top that doesn't fit me anymore, and it's got this butterfly design on there with beads. This is all like black beading. So I went over it with a layer of Mod Podge, and you can see how it's shiny, and it looks almost like it's plasticized. And what I would like to do is cut them out, and make wings for Oriana. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. I think I'm going to need at least another layer of Mod Podge over this top part, and then I'm going to flip this over and then follow it, you know, trace it again with Mod Podge on the other side of the fabric, so that it's got, you know, several layers and it's nice and thick. And then from there, when I cut them out, I'm going to have to figure out how to put something here and here to attach them to Oriana, whether I will add them like to something that I can take on and off. I haven't decided that part yet. This is my first time making actual wings for a doll, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but I'm super excited about it. I just kind of had this random idea, and then there's another pair of wings here, which I'm going to try something different with this one. I'm going to try outlining it with the hot glue gun, and then cutting it out, and then maybe spray painting them, and just seeing how they turn out. I'm kind of excited about that. That way I'll have 2 pairs of wings, for photos and things like that. So that is basically all I've been working on lately. Here's just a quick little run through of my shelf and all my dolls. I'm super pumped about all of my layaways. I haven't like stopped thinking about them since I got them all. Like, I was so excited to have them all like offered to me, basically, because I kind of put out like a want to buy, and they all kind of sort of showed up at the same time, and so I was like, well, if you know, all of you lovely ladies are okay with, you know, having a layaway, a longer layaway, then yes, I would be very interested in bringing that doll home. And so 5 dolls later, and so I'm like super pumped about them. And that's basically all that's been going on here at the Shira Star Hobby Craft Room. I have a huge mess. Like, it's really messy, guys, and I've still got these 2 dioramas, which I've been trying to sell, well, 3 if you count the Oscar room, and so if I can't sell them, I will probably end up taking them apart, and using, you know, all the plants I can definitely use in the tree house, and I will figure out a way to either use them and make them part of the treehouse, or just, you know, tearing them apart and getting them out of the way, because I need the space. That's why I'm selling them, is because I need the space. So if you guys are still interested in these rooms, let me know. Message me on Instagram, and I will, you know, definitely get back to you on that. But that is all for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.